Is it that sweet? I guess so.
I know you might have just gotten me confused with Sabrina Carpenter. That happens to me a lot, like on a daily basis. Everywhere I go, people are stopping me and they're like, can I get a picture with you, Sabrina? And I'm like, so I actually let you guys pick what makeup look you wanted me to do a tutorial on. I got an overflow of people being like, Kavya, you need to do Sabrina Carpenter makeup. Guys, why would you not ask me this when I actually had bangs last year? I don't even know what I'm doing right now. My forehead itches, I can barely see. I think that this look came out so pretty. I mean, considering I might actually be Sabrina Carpenter's polar opposite, it turned out gorgeously. So let's get into it. Not having anything on my lips right now just scared me. Like, I just looked into this viewfinder and I felt afraid. I listened to Sabrina Carpenter's entire album yesterday, and then I've been kind of like getting into it today. It's not like really my style of music. If you guys don't know this about me, kind of fun fact about me, I like rock music. I actually shared my Spotify the other day on Instagram stories and people were like flabbergasted by my taste. I do think my favorite songs from the Sabrina Carpenter album are Bedchem is so good, and I also really like Don't Smile. I love the little country twang that she's doing. Y'all know I'm a country southern girly. I start with a really pretty glowy canvas, and this is such an important step. Your skincare and the prep you do under your makeup is actually gonna determine the entire look. Obviously, I'm going in with my Dalba First Spray Serum. If you want a perfect glow, you need the perfect base, so let me show you the one product that takes my skin from this to this. You guys have probably heard me talk about Dalba's White Truffle Spray Serum on this channel before. This is kind of like a magical spray for me because I use it as skincare at night. You can also use it to prime your makeup like we're doing today, set your makeup, or honestly just refresh your skin throughout the day. Dalba's signature ingredient is white truffle. This is a luxury antioxidant that helps with your skin's elasticity, smoothing fine lines, and honestly just gives it the ultimate hydration and glow in seconds. Dalba is Korea's #1 premium vegan brand. It's even famous for being used by flight attendants because it keeps their skin glassy even through long flights. You just shake it up to blend the two layers, and it also has this amazing citrusy florally scent that's tested to be safe on skin. There's no glow like the truffle glow. I also love doing this as a setting spray. Like after I've done my makeup, it gives me like a glowy look at the end, so I'm gonna keep it handy. The best way to summarize this makeup look is gonna be very doll-like. She looks like a Bratz doll. So I'm gonna do really clear porcelain skin. So obviously the Rare Beauty foundation is my favorite coverage-wise because it's not like too glowy and glassy. It gives you a good amount of coverage. I just like that it kind of looks like skin. I'm gonna blend it out with a foundation brush. You know what I think makes a bigger difference than the foundation you use is the tool you use to blend out your foundation. This entire summer, I was blending out my foundation with my fingers, and that's why my makeup was like so natural and glowy looking. I've never gotten more compliments on my makeup than I did this summer. And then last year, I was a damp beauty blender girl. That thing was my lifeline. I was hanging on to that thing for dear life. And now I'm kind of liking a big floofy brush because it gives me a very like, porcelain's not the word because I don't have porcelain skin, but it gives me a very doll-like finish. So I think this is already a beautiful base. Like what? I'm genuinely a little bit nervous to see how this look turns out because I look nothing like Sabrina Carpenter. My icons are obviously like Megan Fox, Madison Beer, that type of face. And I don't look like them at all in the slightest, but I do have that similar quality of like being really sharp featured. Like I have a long, sharp nose and like sharp features. Sabrina Carpenter is very like feminine bunny-like. I'm just really interested to see how this even looks on my face. I've been wearing these seamless underlash extensions from Ardell. First of all, cannot believe I have gone my entire life without these. Never in my life have I felt like a lash has looked better on me. Like truly, I wake up looking so cute and so pretty, and my natural lashes are not even getting messed up. I usually do the faux mink ones. Like I lost a chunk last night when I was sleeping, but it takes 2 seconds to put it back on, so I'm really not pressed. But for this look, because I feel like Sabrina Carpenter is so glam, I chose to do the faux mink 3D ones. They just have a little bit more volume, so you guys can see. I'm just gonna put one on. You're getting a little mini lash tutorial. And I actually bought the light glue. It's like a more mild glue because I just don't want to damage my lashes too much, and this one comes off a lot easier. My room is kind of a mess right now because I just actually bought a house. If you guys have not seen my vlog about buying a house, you should go check it out. It was a very exciting and emotional process for me. So my moving process has been outrageously slow. Like, I closed on the house a week ago and there's practically nothing in that house, so it's a bit absurd. I'm not sleeping in a house by myself without security. Like, I'm sorry, I listen to way too much My Favorite Murder to even think about that. When I tell you that podcast has such a chokehold on me, it's really not even real. It's crazy. But yeah, that's why I haven't moved in. Also, New York Fashion Week is next week and I have a lot going on. Obviously, as always, I'm gonna have all of the makeup details for you guys in the description box, but the lashes in particular, like, get you some. Especially if you're a low maintenance girl and you don't really like to do your makeup, these lashes are gonna change your life. And they're also so affordable. I cannot believe I'm saying this right now because you guys know Hourglass is definitely probably my favorite brand. But I recently have been using the Dior Backstage Concealer. I use the shade 3N. I have been really loving this concealer. I let it like get a little bit tacky. Tip, if you let your concealer kind of sit for longer, you're gonna get more coverage. You can't tell me this doesn't look insane. Dior stole my heart with this concealer. I love that Sabrina has blonde hair, but she has like bushy brunette eyebrows. I think it just like complements her really well. I'm just using clear brow gel. Our girl is very doe-eyed. She seems to always have a really skinny kind of flick at the end. And in some pictures, she has a dark waterline. She just tries to open her eyes up with like bottom mascara or inner corner eyeshadow. I'm not really in the mood to do a light waterline today, so I'm gonna reference this picture. So what I'm gonna do is line the outer half of my lower lash line. I'm just gonna flick that out. I'm gonna bring that a little bit in, like maybe to about a quarter of the upper lash line, and I'm trying to make it a little bit more curved. But as you can see, this isn't like my natural eye shape really. So that's what I'm saying, like it's kind of hard to do your makeup using someone who really looks super different from you. It's just always easier to recreate makeup of people who have at least a similar face shape. This is pretty doe-eyed. Now we're gonna add a little bit of bottom mascara. By the way, the only way that I'm ever wearing lower lash mascara is if it is this one from Tarte. This is my favorite one. About 20% of that mascara went onto my skin and into my eyeball. I feel like my features are so dark already that the brown and black are making this so much more dark feminine than it's supposed to be, but it is what it is. But I know how to fix it. We're gonna brighten it up. You guys know that brand that's going really viral on TikTok because their packaging is insane? I got my hands on some of their products. This is their highlighter in Paradise Lost. This is like a pretty champagne color. Sabrina seems to like a light bright inner corner, so we're gonna test this out today. Okay, for my eye shape, I also kind of like to bring that highlight underneath my lash line. I think it just works better since I have almond shaped eyes. Sometimes just doing the inner corner kind of makes my eyes look far apart. So adjust, like always adjust things. Like even if you're taking makeup inspiration from a celebrity that you don't look like, or you know, trying to do a trend that maybe doesn't really work the best for you, I promise you there are little tweaks that you can always do to still be able to experiment and do those trends. Like me understanding, okay girly, like I have almond shaped eyes, so I need to accentuate them. Like I'm not gonna just do exactly what Sabrina Carpenter does. Honestly, the eyes, what do we think? I'm gonna set my under eye prior to putting on the blush because I want the blush to be really glowy. And I also don't want to apply too much powder throughout this process. Even though this girl clearly loves a beat face, I think she still manages to look pretty natural. Let's add a little bit of dimension to this look real quick before we get to the star of the show, blush. I can't believe that I love Dior Beauty so much. I make these like unsponsored full face where I do my entire face using one brand. It's not sponsored. I just want to see how the products work together. Because sometimes there are products that look really good if you're using them the way they're supposed to be used together with members of their own family. But if you use them with a different formula, they just don't look as good. And so far, I think that I've cracked the code. Like, they've all looked so good. And I just dropped the Dior Beauty one over on Instagram the other day, and that look was so pretty in person. Like, I feel like my looks kind of all turn out similarly online, but the Dior Beauty face was like really pretty. I was getting a lot of compliments on. She does that really cute thing where you put like a little bit of blush on your nose to contour it. I feel like that is giving me a similar effect, and then maybe we'll add some more blush at the end. I picked out a bunch of blushes yesterday for this video, so we're just gonna stack a bunch of different products and pray that it works out. Starting out with a liquid one. Hourglass did their big one with these liquid blushes. You guys have no idea. First of all, these are also the prettiest lip color you will ever find, especially for my darker skinned girls. The shades that they came out with are unbelievable. They are all so good. It's like irritating how good they are. I'll tell you what shade I just put on because I tried to kind of color match it to what I see in a lot of her photos. So this is in the shade Vision. I usually wear my blush in a C shape. I think Sabrina wears hers more on like the apples of her cheeks. So that's what we're gonna do today. Wait, why is it like, I was expecting to do a multi-level blush stack, and I just don't even think I'm gonna need to do that. This is so much easier than I thought it was gonna be. Time for the lip combo. Nobody can ever make me stop using my Club Hopper, so I'm gonna take that Hourglass blush oil again, shade Vision. And I need to show you guys this because if you didn't know that you could use these as a lip color, just now you know. I feel like this needs to be a little bit pinker. I'm gonna put this red gloss on from Maybelline. Like, okay, let's do a little moment of truth with the hair reveal. It's not gonna be like a full front bang, obviously, but yeah, you know what? I do have some breakage that I could use as bangs. Like, let me just... I kind of ate this up. Wait, I feel gorge. This is actually a really cute look. It's sexy and cute at the same time. Y'all are the ones that told me to do the Sabrina Carpenter makeup look, and I think it was a pretty good idea. So from now on, you guys are gonna pick all of the makeup tutorials that I do. I'm gonna start hosting more polls and things like that on Instagram so you can vote on what look you want me to do next. I think a lot of y'all have been asking for cat-like makeup, so potentially that one could be next. All the products that I use in this tutorial will be linked below. I think that the products did a really good job. As always, thank y'all so much for watching. I hope that y'all like this one. I'm gonna go listen to Bedchem in my car.